Okay. Okay, I'm ready. Joanna Adamiak. My charges are withdrawn.
Erik Lankin. 8 months.
My name is Paul Sauter. My charges have been withdrawn.
Hi, my name is Julia. My charges are being withdrawn.
Hi, my name's Megan. My charges are being withdrawn.
My name's Hassan. My charges have been withdrawn.
My name's Adam Lewis. I'm getting a 6-month sentence.
Hi, I'm Sterling Stutz. My charges have been withdrawn.
My name's Terrence Luscombe. My charges are getting withdrawn.
My name's Alex. I am expecting to end up with a sentence of less than 2 years.
My name's Mandy. I'm expecting to serve about 1 year in jail.
My name's Peter. I'm expecting to get an 8-month sentence.
My name is Leah. I'm expecting to get a 14-month sentence.
My name is David. My charges are currently set to be withdrawn.
My name is Bill. My charges are being withdrawn.
Je m'appelle Patrick Cadorette et je m'attends à ce que toutes les accusations contre moi soient retirées.
My name is Monica and I expect to have my charges withdrawn.
I work on prisoner justice work, labor organizing, anarchist theory.
I work on prisoner support, indigenous sovereignty, and community building.
I work on prisoner support and community organizing.
I organize against violence against women and trans people, alternative health, and food politics.
I organize against the state.
I organize for migrant justice and an end to colonialism.
Settler decolonization and solidarity with indigenous communities engaging in resistance. I'm also an anarchist and I believe in the power of communities to enact change.
I work on supporting political prisoners and also fighting patriarchy.
I try to work on building grassroots alternatives to state structures and decolonizing Turtle Island.
I'm one of the founding members of AWOL, a direct action group based out of Kitchener. I do a lot of work on indigenous solidarity and sovereignty and land defense, mostly with Grassy Narrows First Nations and the Six Nations Solidarity Network. And I do some other stuff.
I'm an anarchist. I do anti-capitalist and indigenous solidarity organizing and land defense.
I organize around encouraging and supporting people in building a more direct connection to the land in which they live. This is an important form of decolonizing work.
I'm an anarchist that works on gender justice, decolonization, indigenous solidarity, and queer rights.
The G20 in Toronto was one of my first endeavors in political organizing, but I mainly do work with children, encouraging them to form connections with their land groups.
I organize against the state and capital in solidarity with people in struggle everywhere.
Ce que moi j'essaie de faire dans ma vie, dans mon militantisme, par divers moyens, par tous les moyens que moi je considère appropriés dans ma vie puis dans mes circonstances, c'est de contribuer à la perturbation du système, à la subversion, puis ultimement à la destruction de l'ordre établi, c'est-à-dire du système capitaliste puis de tous les systèmes d'oppression qui sont concomitants.
I generally work on abolishing the state, and then more specifically, I feel a deep resonance for a lot of land defense and land struggle issues.
Separately and together, we work with movements against colonialism, capitalism, borders, patriarchy, white supremacy, ableism, hetero and cis normativity, and environmental destruction.
This was a political prosecution.
Any leverage we have does not come from the legal system, but from making decisions collectively. And in the end, we got through it together.
I have 17 people who are still on charges, 6 will be pleading, and the 11 others will have their charges withdrawn.
Mandy Hiscox and Alex Hundred will be pleading to 2 counts of counseling. Leah Henderson, Peter Hopperton, Erik Lincoln and Adam Lewis will each be pleading to 1 count of counseling.
The total of 13 withdrawals demonstrates the overall absurdity of the charges.
While the use of conspiracy charges against such a large group of political organizers is noteworthy, these tactics of repression are used against other targeted communities every damn day.
There is no victory in the courts.
Within this winless situation, we decided that the best course of action was to identify our goals and needs clearly for ourselves.
Some of the key goals we reached were to avoid any deportations, to minimize the number of convictions, to honor people's individual needs, and to be mindful of how our decisions affect our broader movements.
So the state's strategy before, during, and after the G20 was to cast as wide a net as possible over all of those who had mobilized against the summit, and then to single out those they perceived to be leaders. So it's pretty obvious that the 17 of us were actually targeted because of our beliefs.
We emerge from this united and in solidarity. There are no conspiracy convictions from this case.
To those who took us in while on house arrest, to those who raised money for our legal and living expenses, to those who cooked food, wrote letters, offered rides, and supported us politically and emotionally, thank you.
To those in jail or on charges from the anti-G20 protests, to political prisoners and all prisoners in struggle, we are still with you. To all those communities and neighborhoods who are fighting back, from Cairo to London, from Greece to Chile, and occupied Turtle Island and beyond, see you in the streets.